Hey there, welcome to Mind Habits. Let's talk about the power of beautiful people. Believe it or not, conventional good looks can boost your likability quotient in some amazing ways. Don't believe me? Let me prove it to you. Think of your favorite celebrity. We can all agree that we, the general public, perceive most celebrities as having above average looks. They grab our attention with their charming smiles and perfectly balanced features. Their beauty kind of works like magic, right? Well, being attractive can do more than turn heads. In everyday life, good-looking people get special treatment without even realizing it. People tend to see them as more trustworthy, intelligent, and friendly just because of their looks. This can boost their success in things like making friends, landing jobs, and even helping them out of trouble. Studies show that good-looking people make more money and have better careers. I bet you've also done this, but you probably don't realize you have. Maybe you've thought that because someone is good looking, they must also be kind or intelligent. This is what's called the halo effect. The halo effect is fascinating because it explains how our judgments about someone's character can be influenced by their physical appearance. The human brain is wired to make quick judgments based on the information available. When we see someone who is physically attractive, our brains often conclude that they must also have other positive attributes. This is because our brains simplify complex information to make it easier to process. Think of it like this. Imagine you're at a job interview, and the person interviewing you is impeccably dressed and has a winning smile. Even before they say a single word, you might already have a positive impression of them. This initial positivity can influence how you perceive everything else they say and do during the interview. We're bombarded with images of beautiful people in the media who seem to have it all: fame, fortune, and happiness. So when we encounter someone who fits society's beauty standards, we naturally assume they must be successful in other areas of life too. We think you might have $1,000,000 if you look like $1,000,000. Another factor is our tendency to seek confirmation of our initial impressions. Once we've formed a positive opinion about someone based on their looks, we unconsciously look for evidence to support that opinion. This means we interpret their actions in a way that confirms our belief in their positive qualities, even if someone else might interpret them differently. For example, let's say a really cute guy holds the door open for you. I bet your next thought is, "Oh, he's so kind and thoughtful," right? Instead of simply seeing it as a polite gesture, you think, "He's such a nice guy, he held the door open for me." This further reinforces your initial impression of them as a good person. So this all began in 1920 when a psychologist named Edward Thorndike coined the term halo effect. He conducted a study asking military officers to rate their soldiers on different qualities, like leadership, looks, intelligence, loyalty, and dependability. Thorndike wanted to see if a good rating on one quality would make the officers give higher ratings for other qualities too. And guess what? He discovered that if a soldier got a high score in one area, like being a good leader, the officers also tended to rate them higher in other areas, like intelligence or character. If a soldier got a low score in one area, the officers would also rate them lower in other areas. It's all about our perception of attractiveness. Basically, we create a halo around them that makes us think positively about all their other qualities. Since Thorndike's discovery, hundreds of other research findings have confirmed the same. One research even found that attractive people were less likely to be arrested and get in trouble than less attractive people. Here's an example. In 2011, Casey Anthony was tried and found not guilty for the murder of her 3-year-old daughter. As people tried to understand the jury's non-guilty verdict, many experts at the time pointed out that Casey's appearance might have influenced the jurors. They believed that the jury might have been more lenient or believed her story because she was considered attractive. Hi guys, I hope you're really enjoying learning about the halo effect. It would be really amazing if you could like and subscribe so you can watch more of our content. Thanks so much. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about the flip side of the halo effect. Just as positive physical attributes can influence our perception, negative ones can too. This is known as the reverse halo effect or the devil effect. If someone doesn't meet society's beauty standards, we might unfairly assume they lack positive qualities like intelligence or competence. For instance, if you see someone who is overweight, you might unconsciously assume they're lazy or lack self-control, even though you have no evidence to support these assumptions. This can lead to unfair judgments and discrimination based solely on someone's appearance. So, how can we combat the halo effect and make more accurate judgments about others? One way is to be aware of our biases and actively challenge them. Instead of jumping to conclusions based on someone's appearance, focus on their actions and behaviors. The human brain is a pretty interesting organ in how it processes information. As it turns out, first impressions aren't always correct. The person you think is a saint might turn out to be a sinner in reality. So don't let good looks sway your judgment, and don't judge a book by its cover. If you want to learn more about cognitive biases, make sure to watch this next video. As always, remember to spread loving kindness to all beings around you and be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.